Hello and blessings to you. Today's video is going to be about rock and roll. Kind of odd, the symbol for rock and roll is the horn sign of Satan. Although this term's probably been around since the start of time, let's bring it up to the Middle Ages, to where it refers to many things like having sex. Let's go in for a row of the hay, or rowing under the sheets. As well, the word rock has been used as a term meaning to shake or disturb. This is also spread to the black gospel singers, using rock to refer to being shaken in a spiritual sense. The verbal phrase has been an African American slang for sexual intercourse. It is an expression that means ready to move, to start doing something. The expression refers to the dancing performed to rock and roll music, with exaggerated body movements stressing the beat. It's a type of temporary possession, allowing spiritual energy to flow through the body. Okay, I digress. This isn't about the history of the term, but we need to know the foundation as we understand it today. This clearly changes throughout the ages, but we can understand this dancing stands for rebellion, rocking back and forth zombie-like under a spell full of confusion and chaos. And we see this involves the backbone, mocking the way that Eve was beguiled in the garden, if you have eyes to see. Give ear, O heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall be as the dew, because I will publish the name of Yahweh, giving greatness unto our Elohim. He is the rock. His work is perfect, for all his ways are judgment. A Elohim of truth and without sin. Just and righteous is he. Early on in Torah, we can read who our rock is. Without a doubt, it's Yahweh and his doctrine. Now, I need you to remember that I said that. For their rock is not our rock, even our enemies themselves being judges. For their vine is of the vine of Sodom and of the fields of Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of gall. Their clusters are bitter. Their wine is the poison of dragons and the cruel venom of snakes. Now we have two rocks, their rock being Hasatan and our rock being Yahweh. Do not let the symbology confuse. The metaphors are clear and applicable to those seeking truth. Not everyone is seeking truth, and though you may agree with me up until this point, that could change. Truth will make some folks flee because the spirits they follow are parasitic and don't want the host to wake up. Understand their rock is not our rock. Symbology. Understand also stones are a big part of the relationships our Creator had with the prophets and the children of Israel. When the people who built the Tower of Babel, they had brick and stone. Their rock is not of our rock. Their doctrine was to be their own God and save themselves, carrying their name forever within the earth. When Isaac told Jacob to leave and find a wife because of his brother's anger, and Yaakov went out from Beersheba, and he reached upon a certain place and tarried there all night because the sun was set, And he took up the stones of the place and put them for his pillows, and laid down in that place to sleep. Take note, he rested his head on a stone and slept in peace. And Jacob awakened out of his sleep and said, Surely Yahweh is in this place, and I knew it not. And Jacob rose up early in the morning, and he took the stone that he had put for his pillows and set up for a pillar, and poured oil upon the top of it. And this stone, which I have set for the pillar, shall be Elohim's house. Here again, after having a dream from Elohim, the symbology is to make a pillar of stone as a metaphor of Elohim's house. His doctrine is our rock. Then Yaakov went on his journey and came into the land of the people of the east, and he looked, and behold, a well in the field, and there were 3 flocks of sheep laying by it, for out of that well they watered the flocks. And a great stone was upon the well's mouth. Do you have eyes to see the symbology? The stone was covering the living water. In the same way, our Father covers Yeshua in the fact this living water comes from the one true Creator. Then says the woman of Samaria unto Yeshua, How is it that you, being a Jew, ask a woman of me? I am a woman of Samaria, for the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans. Yeshua answered and said unto her, If you knew the gift of Elohim, and who it is that said to you, Give me to drink, you would have asked of him, and he would have given you the living water. Do you have eyes to see? He would have given her living water. The stone has been removed from the well. The gift of Yeshua, the living water, has been given to us from the Creator. And he gave unto Moses, when he had made an end of communing with him upon Mount Sinai, 2 tablets of witnesses, written in stone, written with the finger of Elohim. And he declared unto you his covenant, which he commanded you to perform, even 10 commandments, and he wrote them upon the 2 tablets of stone. And you shall write upon the stones all the words of this law very plainly. Yahweh gave me the 2 tablets of stone, even the tablets of the covenant. What you have here is a covenant Torah, a witness written in stone. This is the 2 witnesses that have blessings and curses. Life and death are found in the 2 witnesses. It is what we are to be judged by. No one is to be put to death without 2 witnesses. What better witnesses than a stone? I know some Christians attempt to argue against a stone doctrine, but it is futile. Now, about the midst of the feast, Yeshua went up into the temple and taught, and the Jews marveled, saying, How does this man know these things, having never learned? Yeshua answered them and said, My doctrine is not mine, but his that sent me. Through Torah alone, we can see Yahweh is our rock, and the Torah is the witness to that rock. It is the doctrine of that rock. This is what Yeshua would have given her. This is what he taught that made them marvel. Now, I know I may have taken a little more time on this, and many haven't made it this far. But I really think it took a walk through Torah to get the point of the arrow to hit the target. I wouldn't feel any church-going Christian would disagree with what's been shared here so far. I also have a feeling that's about to change. When Yeshua came into the coast, he asked his disciples, saying, "Whom do men say that I am?" And they said, "Some say that you are John the Baptist, some say Elijah, and others say Jeremiah, or one of the prophets." Now pay close attention. He said unto them, "But whom do you say that I am?" And Simon Peter answered and said, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living Elohim." And Yeshua answered and said unto him, "Blessed are you, Simon, for flesh and blood did not reveal this to you, but my Father which is in heaven." Now this next verse, we will speak it in the King James English. "And I said, also you, that you art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it." And this is where Christianity part from the truth, and they make it about them. They teach Peter is the rock of the church, or the church itself is the rock, rather than Yeshua or Torah. Pay attention to this conversation our Messiah was having with them. It's about who is the Messiah, not about who is Peter. When Peter answers him correctly, he says it was the Father who showed him the truth. And upon that truth, he tells Peter, that will be the rock that the assemblies are built on, the Torah. Therefore, whoever hears these sayings of mine and does them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. It is the sayings of our Messiah that is the rock to live on, and we all know he did not come doing his own will, but that of the Father. I told you to remember that I said that. It is the doctrine of Yahweh that is the rock, not Peter and not the church. It is my prayer this video opens eyes and ears, releasing those prisoner to the church doctrines, which are nothing more than the indoctrination of men. Shalom.